gentlemen, please welcome Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. And his opponent across the ring fighting tonight out of the blue corner in this World Championship contest. He's wearing blue with silver and weighted the same as his opponent, 9 stone, 13 pounds. Hailing from right here, Manchester, England, he is undefeated with 33 wins. 13 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBO lightweight champion of the world, Terry Turbo Flanagan.
Well, Cal, supposed to be both in the tank. You know what I expect. Shake hands and whistle to both. Pleasure.
Maurice Hooker said, don't blink, it could be the first round. Terry Flanagan says he's just another American. Well, we will see. World title action. Terry Flanagan trying to become the 10th man from Britain to win titles at more than one weight.
Well, it helps that he's a southpaw, but getting past that long left jab is going to be the problem. If Hooker sits on that back foot with a massive advantage in reach, it's going to be hard for Flanagan to get close enough to land on the target. So what Flanagan does very well, John, is that in and out. You see already that in and out style with his feet. That's going to keep Hooker double guessing.
Flanagan might have the better boxing skills. Hooker might be the bigger puncher. Found it increasingly difficult to make the lightweight limit, Terry Flanagan. Quiet start, they're both having a little look. It's good from Flanagan.
You've got to keep that right foot on the outside, keep on the outside that left jab. That means when he throws that left hook, straight left to the body, he can come back with that right hook over the top of the left hand. Hooker's got a feint.
He's a bit awkward, Hooker. But my word, he can bang. And he talks very much as a man who has self-belief.
Well, Hooker's got to look to time the attacks of Flanagan so he can take a little lean back or a step back with that back right foot and then just fire back with the right hand. Catch Flanagan coming forward.
Hooker not able to find the targets as yet with anything significant in the first 90 seconds. It's good again from Flanagan, stepping into range.
Short little right hand as well from Hooker.
Hooker's had quality sparring against the likes of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and claims to have taken O'Hara Davis to a standstill in one little session in the Mayweather gym over in the United States. Just really having a look, aren't they? It's a quiet and cagey opening round.
Oh, good jab from Hooker, and again, no one wants to make a mistake. That's the important part, I think, at the early stages.
Flanagan just walked into that left-hand lead of Hooker there, and he tries to whip across the right hand, which just whistled through thin air.
What he can do, Flanagan, is slow the feet down. Got to have a constant fidgety movement, just so Hooker can establish that jab.
Hooker, you know, people are always interested in what fighters' hobbies are outside the ring. He's got 8 kids. Keep him busy, won't it? He says he's not seen them since January. Looking forward to seeing them. Tight opening round. Huge crowd here at the Manchester Arena, barely a spare seat in the house, and this is world title action. Terry Flanagan against Maurice Hooker, and incredibly difficult to split them in that opening 3 minutes, Barry.
Yeah, I thought Flanagan had a slightly better start, and then I thought Hooker just found his range a little bit going into the end of the round, but very cagey.
So you've sat on the fence.
Most definitely, John.
Good man. We go into the second round. Hooker's not really let the punches go yet. Tries to that right hand's the danger shots. Good work from Flanagan.
Got to come back with that right hook though, Flanagan, when he throws that straight left to the body.
Terry Flanagan said that it could be something similar to Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. I tell you, it's going to be going some of it's as good as that. That might be a wee bit fanciful, but you never know.
Oh, good shot there from Flanagan. Straight left on the centre of the guard of Hooker.
Flanagan keeps his shape so well. Good balance.
It's that in and out movement of the feet that's what frustrates and confuses the opponent, because they're not sure when he's going to attack.
There's the right hand of Hooker, and Flanagan felt the weight of that. Having to punch up unusually, Terry Flanagan. So often he's the bigger man in there. Not tonight.
Good right hand from Hooker again.
It's a fast, slashing, whipping right hand when he lets it go. Nothing on that jab, but it's an irritant to Flanagan, keeping him out of range.
Well, what it does, it lines him up for that right hand.
Yeah, rangefinder. See, all the time it's cocked. He's waiting to uncork that big danger right hand, Hooker. Forget odds of 6-1 against Maurice Hooker. Dino Duver and Vince Parra, his trainer. Dino Duver, his promoter, they both said, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. So I think they've loaded on.
Left-handed body from Flanagan, but a right hand over the top as well from Hooker. Again, another close, cagey round, isn't it?
Flanagan very reticent in committing himself. He'll have worked out a strategy with Steve Maylett and Bobby Rimmer, very experienced men. That's a lovely straight left hand from Flanagan. But only a single shot.
But when he attacks, you've got to make sure he keeps that foot on the outside, that lead foot on the outside, so he's always moving to his right, making Hooker have to turn before he punches.
He walks onto that right hand. Might be the last thing he does. Another tight round. Here's Vince Parra with Maurice Hooker, and it's a little bit of a phony war so far, but was Hooker just doing enough there?
Yeah, and even though the best shot of the best punch of the round certainly came from Flanagan, that left hand there. But I think for me, the few right hands that Hooker landed with was enough for me to give him the round. A tight one again, John, but I think he's done enough.
Close round. We move into the third 12-rounder for the vacant WBO world title at super lightweight. Better from Flanagan.
For me, though, he's moving the wrong way when he's throwing.
Moving anti-clockwise rather than clockwise.
Yeah.
And therefore walking into the danger area.
Yeah. Quite landing clean here, Flanagan.
Still the pawing jab from Hooker.
He paws with the jab and he sits on that back foot, and he's happy there to make Flanagan overreach. That's good for Flanagan. Nice little left to the body.
Comes from the tough Oak Cliff area of Dallas, Hooker. And says, I had that street boy upbringing, and boxing saved my life.
That's good for Flanagan, that's better. In and out really fast, straight punches.
Flanagan trying to settle into a rhythm. That's good.
Yeah. Again, Seascope moving the right way, moving to his right, staying on the outside that jab.
It's a small technical nuance, but one known in the boxing world, and what Barry's telling you is what coaches always tell their fighters to do when there's a southpaw against them. It's fundamentals.
Got to keep that foot on the outside, and that gives you the opportunity to throw that left hand right hook, or if you're the orthodox, you get your left foot on the outside, throw the right hand left hook.
Jazz, it's more like it, followed through the target there, Hooker. This little shot to the body from Flanagan. And again.
Got to come back with that right hook over the top though.
Like that.
Yeah, he took one there though with his feet square, Flanagan, after landing with his own right hook. Better round so far, Flanagan, still tight.
And still the danger factor of Hooker, the knowledge that one big right hand could turn it around
just landed
in the blink of an eye.
Just landed with one then through the guard. I think it was partially blocked by Flanagan, but I think he felt a little grin on his face.
3 rounds gone. Second one you gave to Hooker, how about the third?
That's Flanagan round for definite.
Doing that little bit more, chin's coming up a little bit, you're looking for a bit too much power, yeah? Yeah? Get the feet in the shape proper. When you're waiting for him, be on your toes, don't be freezing. You listening? When you're on your toes.
Cagey affair, isn't it? That's a good left hand from Flanagan after he'd taken one from Hooker. And there's what you're saying about the feet.
Yeah, that'll happen constantly because they're both trying to get territorial advantage by getting that foot on the outside, so you're going to see constant feet overlapping each other and sometimes stepping on each other's toes.
Not a lot between them. Barry Jones, after 3 rounds, has got it 1 round apiece with the first round level. We move now into the 4th. Body shot from Flanagan.
Good start there from Flanagan.
That's how Barry's got it. And the action just starting to get a little bit more spicy in this 4th round. Good work.
Good, yeah. And then that's right, maybe not the holding, but that's right there to spin around the target, then get away. You've done your work, you've scored your shots. Just he's a bit more snap on the. He's used as a rangefinder now, Hooker. No, he's got a nice long reach. He's had to get a bit more snap in that jab. Put a bit of fear into Flanagan, maybe. Oh, some good right hand. He's doubling up there, Maurice Hooker.
Hooker said that one of the reasons he believes they've underestimated him is his performance against Darlis Perez, where he fought a draw. Oh, and he caught one there. Flanagan, right hand. He had a burst eardrum in that fight, and he said it affected his balance, and that's why he looked so bad. He said, "Don't judge me on that."
Finding a home for that right hand in this round is Maurice Hooker.
Whoa, head's going in. That's a bit of an Ancoats kiss. Really trying to whip that right hand in, and there's one around the back of the head. The referee's going to have to keep a close look at this one. Body shots from Hooker, power shots.
He's having a good round so far, Maurice Hooker. Timing these attacks of Flanagan, catching him coming forward.
Flanagan trying to rough him up, but the punches are being landed by Hooker. Sometimes it's what you can get away with. Key fights. I remember that low punch all those years ago which Ricky Hatton threw against Costa Zoo. You remember Jim Watt putting the old Glasgow kiss on 1 or 2 opponents. It happens. This is a dominant round so far though from Hooker.
It's just me catching Flanagan with a couple of right hands early in the round. just make Flanagan a little bit tentative to jump into attacks.
Those long levers are serving Hooker well, that big 9-inch reach advantage.
He's got a bit flat-footed as Flanagan. He's getting on the ball to his feet again. He's that in-and-out style.
He's going to have to keep his belief, and all guidance he gets from the corner will be invaluable here, because Hooker, despite this late rally, has had a good round.
You gotta stay behind the jab. When you're done, move out the way. He's just trying to get back and score little bullshit points. Keep that jab in his face and keep landing those shots. Take what he gives you and take those body shots.
They're feeling good in that corner, despite what was a pretty flagrant headbutt from Terry Flanagan.
You know, he did well there to not get a warning from the referee. To be fair, there was a couple of heads. So you also get that with, you know, with the smaller guy coming against the taller guy, but one of them is definitely.
It looked a wee bit premeditated, didn't it?
Right hand again there from.
Oh, good shot! Caught him flush there and squared up. And Hooker senses that he's starting to find his range.
His foot's on the outside. That's why then Flanagan is squared up to his right hand.
Well, he landed pretty flush there. Credit to Flanagan though, took it well.
Oh, good left hand there from Flanagan.
Head's gone in again. And still Hooker doesn't complain. And the referee lets Flanagan get away with it. But this is getting a bit messy inside. And now the referee is going to have to say something to the guys. Talking to both men, to Flanagan for use of the head, and to Hooker for an over-the-top reaction. I think Flanagan was, again, a wee bit fortunate to get away with it. Key round, you sense, this fifth, Barry, because Hooker had started to really come on strong. Heads again.
No, I think that was the inside of the glove there from Flanagan more than the head, I think, John. Just got a bit flat-footed, Flanagan. Good left hand from him there, but needs that little bounce in his step again.
He's struggling with the man with the reach advantage, and there's two more fast right hooks from Hooker, appropriately named, and another one.
But he needs that flow. But with your heels on the floor, you're going to struggle to get that flow, that rhythm. And Hooker, you know, is not mega comfortable, but I think he's quite enjoying letting Flanagan come forward and lining him up with that right hand.
He's kind of being able to fight his fight, isn't he, despite uncomfortable moments like that.
Well, he's happy if he lands with the right hand and then they get caught in a clinch. He's landed a scoring blow and then they're holding on. That's fine for him.
Flanagan, who said that the big names in the division had avoided him at lightweight. Well, he's got a man here who believes that he's destined to become a big name. Body shot from Hooker.
That's the right hand again. That's the better shot there from Hooker. And again,
another. These are anxious times for Flanagan, and although he's not been seriously hurt by anything yet, he has got problems which are only too self-evident.
Well, he's struggling to find his rhythm, which is understandable against a guy with Hooker's reach and the way he sits on that back foot as well. It makes you overcommit, overreach for the target.
It was always likely, the way I was kind of reading this fight, that Flanagan might struggle in the early stages, but there's also a feeling maybe that he's the stronger, and the experience and the streetwise ability to win a fight will serve him well in the latter stages. Well, we'll see.
But he needs this, what he got now, the balls of his feet. Because Hooker at the minute is keeping that left foot on the outside. Look at that, moving well. So good round again there for Maurice Hooker.
Yeah, another round for Hooker, and you've got it now 3-1 to the American with one level. Let's listen in.
You're waiting and waiting and waiting, yeah? And then you're not getting on the next attack quick enough, and he's ready, yeah?
Put it on him, man.
What?
Put it on him.
No, just do what I'm fucking telling you to do.
Apologies for the language in the corner.
Yeah, waiting. Get your head moving. Get your first attack.
But he's wanting him to get on the balls of his feet.
But it's what we've been saying, John, in the round. He's got to get on the balls of his feet. He gets some rhythm in his work. That's the way he works. In and out, he's hard to judge when he's going to attack. But with his heels on the floor, he's just trying to use his reactions. Hooker's too tall, too rangy, and he's lining him up for that right hand every time.
Yeah, too rangy, that's the thing, too long, isn't he? And he's nailing him from distance. We go into the 6th round. Terry Flanagan looking to become a world champion at 2 weights, only the 10th British fighter to do so. And on our card anyway, it's Maurice Hooker who's winning at this stage.
Good right hand there though from Flanagan.
Flanagan trying to get in and out, trying to respond to what Steve Maylett in the corner told him so emphatically. The exchange was, should I be just putting it on him? And he was basically saying in no uncertain terms, no, listen to what I'm saying, get on the balls of your feet and use your movement.
Yeah, of course, yeah, got to. You get your flow then, you can put your punches getting combinations. Okay, they lack the power to knock someone out, but you're picking up those points, you're frustrating him. At the minute, Hooker is doing a good job frustrating Flanagan. And look at Hooker's boxing well, Hooker's not having to do much. He's just making Flanagan make the mistakes.
Hooker, who's been a professional since 2011. Interestingly, he's never had to go 12 rounds, which this could well do. Early pressure has taken him into the lead that we maybe anticipated, but Flanagan has that big fight experience and kind of finds a way.
And he's got a good engine. Well, he's shown to have a good engine up to this point, for sure.
Chuck Catterall among those watching at ringside on the far side.
Shot there from Hooker. And again,
Josh Warrington as well.
Heels on the floor and he gets caught. Flanagan.
It's the right hand and squared up.
Flat-footed. He's having a good round up to this point. That's better.
Gordon Ramsay I see over there. If he's involved in the after-fight catering, it'd be nice to think so, wouldn't it? Paul Gascoigne as well, the crowd cheering as he stands up and waves on the second row.
Nice little body shot there from Flanagan.
There you see Gaza with the open white shirt.
It's good from Hooker there, doubling up with that right hand. Not much weight behind the shots of Hooker there, but 2 scoring shots again.
Body shot from Flanagan got through though. He's trying to just crank up the pressure a little bit on Hooker, who misses a little bit clumsily with that right hand. Close one, but Hooker's ahead. So it's the halfway stage of the fight. Not been a real barn burner, but the clash of styles is fascinating. He doesn't really care less, does he? That's Tyson Fury reacting as well in his own inimitable fashion. He has been watching it, I'm told.
He's a boxing fan.
He knows it inside out. We know that, don't we?
He watches all boxing, all weights as well, to his credit.
Second half of the fight, and Barry has it narrowly to Maurice Hooker. But that last round shaded it to Flanagan. There's a good shot from Flanagan, left hand. Caught Hooker there, and he just got him off balance. And Flanagan knows, and is he cut? Is Flanagan cut? And he is. It's cut, and cut badly. They'll let it go through to the end of the round so they can work on it, but it looks as though he's got a gash on his forehead and his eye might also be cut. I think the right eye has gone, and there's a great slash up above the nose as well. Well, the referee's got to do something about that, surely.
To be honest, he has to, but Hooker's holding on to him for dear life, and he's trying to push Hooker off. Oh, that's a horrible cut on his forehead. Good shot there from Flanagan.
Terry,
a fantastic round.
Terry might know that he's got to get him out of there now, because he might not have 12 rounds in him with that facial damage. Hooker looking disorganised as Flanagan now really does put the pressure on. Great uppercut inside.
And followed there by the right hook as well.
best round Flanagan's had so far, despite those awful cuts. And look at this, Flanagan fighting with real belief. There's a smile on the face of Hooker, but he had to absorb more quality shots. May have been heads that caused all that damage. And the blood is flowing now into the eyes of Terry Flanagan. Never in his career has he suffered this sort of facial damage.
You got to go for now, you got a minute to go.
Another big left hand from Flanagan, who's trying to really step onto Hooker.
Hooker just looks like the tank's just gone empty all of a sudden.
Well, Flanagan, I said he was a fighting man, and sometimes, somehow, find a way. If he ever needs to show his fighting spirit, it's now.
You got to punch in threes, Flanagan, when he comes forward. 3 straight shots to push Hooker back.
Frank Hopkins in the corner, one of the best cutsmen in British boxing. He's going to be earning his money now.
Except for the cuts, which have been a nightmare for Flanagan. It's been a really good round for him.
Very emphatically this a Flanagan round. Hooker trying to unleash big shots in the closing seconds, and doing so.
Good right hand there from Hooker in that little combination. And again.
Well, the fight has really started to hot up in the 7th round, and has Flanagan to an extent punched himself out here.
No, he's gone flat-footed again. When he's on the balls of his feet, he's rhythm and energy and everything.
Bell goes, and that is a big Flanagan round, but look at the damage as he sits down, and straight away they go to work.
Hang on, Bob, don't do that.
That's a nasty deep gash, I think, there on that forehead. That's going to go right into the eyes. Oh, that's
how the eye went, but I don't think that's how the forehead went.
That's got to be some sort of head clash, that forehead.
Well, there's the eye, you see, but the forehead. Is this the way in which it goes? Oh, yes, it is. Dear me. That is a shocker, and no intent there, but bang!
Do you know what? I think that's where Hooker got a little bit concussed himself. You see the energy drain from him, put a little bit concussed after that.
Stay there, don't you move. Stay there. Stay there, do as you're told there. Stay there.
Frank Hopkins being told by the referee, your time's up, get out of the ring. Heads causing the damage, and Flanagan's coming out like a man possessed.
Got to gamble now, John. He's just got to gamble. Got to go for it.
I think he's ahead on your card now.
No, level, I think, John.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. You got it dead level with the 1 level round, the first round. There you go. That's how it is. 67 apiece. But what sort of psychological damage have those cuts caused? Flanagan certainly won the fight, won the round.
But
I don't think there's any doubt about that, but the facial damage is so extensive now. Judges watching on. They have to, I guess, try and ignore the facial damage and just look at the quality of the punches. Hooker's landing some quality right hands again. And the blood starts to seep out of that gash in Flanagan's forehead.
See, with the panic, if panic starts to set in on Flanagan, how that drains your energy, all these things affect you.
I don't think he's ever been cut in his career, anything like this, Terry Flanagan. He's never had to deal with this sort of facial damage.
It's good there from Hooker. Flanagan keeping a nice tight gap, and Hooker unloading.
Hooker trying to tee off big right hands, aimed at the head, of course.
Good body shot there as well from Maurice Hooker. To be fair, he's dug in deep here, hasn't he, Hooker? Looked spent in the last round. That's good deal for Flanagan.
What a torrid sort of affair this is becoming. Good shot, Flanagan, left hand, but also turning him well, Hooker, and landing one of his own.
obviously coming a rat-a-tat sort of attacks now, Flanagan. Good shot.
Up on his toes. This is where you've wanted him to be, Barry.
There you go, that's good work, and then moving off. Oh, good response there though from Maurice Hooker. And again, good right hand.
Oh dear, oh dear. The claret flows again, as they say. But his face has got no worse. Goes back to the corner. 8th round over. How did you score that? Another tight one.
Yeah, gone even again, John. I thought Flanagan had a good start, but Hooker come back into it. Again, they're so tight, aren't they?
They think that they won it, the Flanagan corner. It's one of his best attacks.
I think Hooker worked his way back into it there at the end of the round. Flanagan had a good start though. Becoming a hard fight. Close.
How you feel? You good? You in shape? Show me, baby. Show me you want this, all right? Show me you want this, all right?
Vince Parra in the corner there. He's been with Maurice Hooker for his last 10 fights. And there you see how close it is on Barry's card. Going to be about championship rounds. Terry Flanagan's the one with that experience. 3 times he's gone the 12-round distance. Maurice Hooker, same age but less experience competitively, has never gone the 12-round distance.
It was good from Hooker there, just spinning on the front foot.
Well, at no stage has he really been comprehensively outboxed, as a few people thought that he might be. Flanagan has found him a handful from word go. You could do with some support from this Manchester crowd, Flanagan. They need to be lifting him. The better part of 20,000 people in here, and Terry Flanagan needs that hometown support.
Took a good body shot there, Flanagan, but landed with 2 shots of his own after. Just as good, stayed in the pocket. As soon as Hooker finished with the shots, he worked away. He got to throw in 3s, Flanagan. Got to get on the balls of his feet, got to get that rhythm, that flow in his work.
Vince Parra was asking for a big round from Hooker, asking him how he felt. And he said, I feel great, get out there and show me. And he's showing him in this early part of the 9th round.
They're not heavy shots, but he's just getting caught on the way in, isn't he, Flanagan?
Yep. And not throwing enough of his own at this stage. Well, that's not allowed. Hooked him round, slung him into the ropes. It's been a fairly laissez-faire sort of way of refereeing from Terry O'Connor. He's let quite a lot go.
Yeah.
Although if he'd been overly pernickety and too fussy, would have been criticising him the other way. Sometimes refs can't win.
No, it's a difficult job. Just following around the ring a little bit here, isn't he, Terry Flanagan?
Yeah, he's losing this round. It's surely a round for Maurice Hooker.
Got to follow up on everything, all right? It's a dogfight, baby. Deep breath. I know you got it in you, baby. Great deep breath. One more. You're in great shape. You're in great shape. We can't leave anything in the ring, man. We got to let it go on his ass, all right? We got to put it on his ass, body, head, everything, man, and keep that jab in his fucking face, all right?
I didn't tell you, yeah?
Come on now, Ted. Get them fucking fast feet going, son. You know what I mean?
Language getting a little bit florid in both corners. Sorry if that's causing offence.
Get on him earlier before he gets his corner out.
In and out, Terry! In and out! Come on! Don't let him race, son. You know what I mean? Hey? Be a bit smart. You know what I mean, Ted?
Murray's card, Hooker edges ahead.
Either way you got it, it's close, isn't it? You just feel it's close. You say it's close, it'd be lots of close rounds, which doesn't mean it might not be close on anyone's card.
3 rounds to go. Into round 10. Both of them starting up on their toes. Judges have surely got it close, as we have.
Oh, it's good from Flanagan there, lovely left hand. To be honest, Hooker only really has a right hand. He paused with the left, and the only really time he gets any success is with the right hand. But he's so hard to get to because he sits on that back foot. You know, he's hard to reach because he does dangle that left hand in your face. There's a lot of distance to travel.
Effective.
Oh yeah, very effective.
Well, bit of time out here for the tightening of the bandage, or the loosening of it, the stripping away of that which is dangling.
He's done a good job with the cuts, haven't he?
Very.
Corner.
Well, I did say Frank Hopkins is
brilliant.
One of the best. He really has worked at his art over the years. He's turned it into that. He's become one of the best, absolutely, in the sport.
Yeah, no doubt. Good left hook there from Hooker. And again, Flanagan really trying to force the pace.
He's trying to show that he's the fighter, that he's the aggressor.
I think he's getting a little bit picked off coming forward.
There he goes. That's better from Flanagan. Left hand was a scoring shot.
Much better again when he gets that bounce on his step though, Flanagan.
Hooker, you sense, waiting for Flanagan to commit himself.
Good right hand from Hooker. A really good knack of nicking rounds, haven't he, Maurice Hooker?
Well, I think he's edging it. I wouldn't say it with a huge amount of confidence, but it's a tight fight, grueling fight.
It's one, a lot of the rounds are just a good combination, swings it the other way, isn't it? That's them sort of rounds.
Remind you that backstage, Tyson Fury watching on. His big comeback fight is next on after this.
It's good footwork there, good upper body movement from Maurice Hooker. And Flanagan is just following around the ring, forcing the pace, but don't think it's effective enough. And I'll give that another round there for Maurice Hooker.
It's your life, baby. You can do this. You gotta believe. You gotta fucking believe. You're in great shape. You ain't gonna get tired. He's dead tired. I know you're feeling it. I know you're feeling it. But you gotta leave it in the ring all right now, baby. All right? They ain't gonna give us shit here, okay? We gotta leave it in the ring.
Again, hard language in the corner.
It's a lovely left hand there, early in the round there from Flanagan. But for me, I just thought Hooker just picked him off a little bit. Flanagan maybe not cutting off the ring effectively enough, forcing the fight, forcing the pace, and walking on to not heavy shots, but scoring shots.
2 rounds to go. Flanagan might have to win them both.
Well, you would think they both have to look at this.
Really fast starts.
Just shows they both know it's a tight fight. They both know it's close. They both know they got to win whatever's left.
An awful lot is on the line here for both these guys.
It was better from Flanagan there, that little combination.
So Barry's got it. If that first round was edged to Flanagan, then that would have been closer, obviously. Body shot, Terry Flanagan. Leaning in as he has to find the range. Oh, good shots. Needs to be bringing his shots up as well here, Flanagan. When he gets inside into the pocket. Solid body shot from Hooker.
And a little left hand to the head, back straight away there from Flanagan as well.
Told you about those 8 kids he's got. He said, I've got mouths to fill. This is everything for me.
Gonna rally now again, Flanagan.
That fitness is showing, and there's binding hanging from that left wrist again of Flanagan's.
It's a good combination, flashy combination there from Hooker.
Oh, the withering determination of both men.
Again, it's a really good start, I thought, from Flanagan in this round. I know Hooker starting to get a bit gain success.
Stifling each other's work, and indeed their own. Been a physically hugely demanding fight. Not been too easy on the eye, a lot of it. It's not been the prettiest.
It's been a bit scrappy, hasn't it? That's good from Flanagan. And again. Oh, look at that from Hooker. Good work. He knows he's not going to get no favours away from home.
Well, that could be a factor. We've got a South African judge, an American judge and a British judge.
But the crowd go wild.
Well, that's inevitable, isn't it? And that's always why you get the home advantage.
Even if a shot's blocked, oh, it's good from Flanagan there. Lovely right hook.
Fighting with pride. Oh, wow, he wound up with that one. Talked about Hooker telegraphing his intentions. Flanagan doing the same there. Good round, touch of gloves. They both know they're giving everything here, and Flanagan may have taken that.
Yeah, for me, John, he did. I think he worked from belt to belt there.
Might all be on the last round. He's hurting when they're pressing at that damage in the corner, and he's had that from an early stage.
Look at this for the start of a round there. They just went straight to the centre of the ring and started swinging punches. And it's that sort of fight, it's tight. You think any mistake or any extra effort is going to swing the fight in your favour. And this last round's going to be the same, John. They both need it.
I wonder if this last round is going to be decisive. It might all be hinging on this. Very, very tight. Final words of inspiration and advice from both men. 3 minutes to go. There'll be the touch of gloves. The referee's insisting on it. And that is the nice bit before what is sure to be an absolute storm. And what a start from Flanagan. What a start. He's raining punches in. The crowd is up on its feet now, roaring on the Manchester man.
It was a tremendous right hook in that combination, spun the head round the Hooker.
Hooker takes it though, and he's trying to rally himself. Great uppercut from Hooker.
What a response there from Maurice Hooker.
Great start to the round. We've only gone just over 30 seconds. Flanagan started brilliantly, but Hooker came back and is continuing.
There's a good left hook there as well, catching Flanagan coming forward there, Hooker.
2 minutes to go, just under.
Got to fight in burst now, Flanagan. Fight in burst, take a rest, go again.
Will he be able to feed off the roars of the crowd? Good body shots from Hooker. And an uppercut.
Good uppercut, lovely shot.
Flanagan might have been told he's got to take him out.
They've certainly been told, both of them, told you need to win this last round to make sure.
Again, scrappy maul.
Nice body shot.
Yeah. Who's the fresher now? First time, remember, that Hooker has gone this distance.
And he's coped well with the pressure of Flanagan. You've got to give him his credit. And use that reach and that height to turn it to his advantage on a lot of occasions.
Look at the face of the two men, and you'd say that Hooker's
shot.
the man who's won it. Great right hand in there, but remember that damage was caused by head clashes.
Lovely two-punch, straight punch combination there from Flanagan. .40 seconds to go, still in the balance this round. John, you think one big finish for either fighter swinging their way? And here comes Hooker.
Who's going to produce the grandstand finish? We're into the last 30 seconds. One eye-catching attack here. It might even determine the course of the entire fight. Well, it's not happening. They're cancelling each other out. The bell goes a little bit early, and it's all over. And a sporting embrace from the two fellas and from the two trainers, and it could go either way. It is a very, very tight fight. You'll have your own idea at home. We've got ours at ringside. All I can really say with any degree of confidence is that it is very, very close indeed. A British judge, an American judge, and a South African judge. Flanagan thinks he's got it, and so too does Hooker. Well, what price the draw? That was about a 30-1 shot, I wonder.
I've given 3 rounds level. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Well, it's something which we always try not to do, isn't it? Because
it's
we
there
know that judges
but
rarely do.
10 rounds there for a reason, you know, if you can't split them. And I think that last round I give even. I think Flanagan started tremendously well, and Hooker came right back, and then maybe sort of was edging it, and then Flanagan had a little bit of a success, and you know, you just find it hard to split them. I think a lot of rounds were hard to pick a conclusive winner. But for me, I got Flanagan, Hooker winning by 116-115. Well, a lot of close rounds could have made that score a bit wider.
I remember one round you gave to Flanagan, to Hooker rather, which I would certainly have given to Flanagan. And that first round is another key round, you know. I mean, that was a level round. There's the belt, the WBO champions belt. That's what they're fighting for, as well as a huge wedge of cash, and of course the opportunity to add to that in the future. They know that they were in a very, very hard, grueling, tough fight. Here's how Flanagan started that last round. Tremendous.
Tremendous, wasn't it? And it looked like Hooker was in trouble. It looked like he was couldn't cope with the pace. But all of a sudden, then Hooker comes back with his own little barrage of punches, flurries. Fantastic, and it was with Flanagan moving forward that he got caught. That's a lovely shot there from Maurice Hooker. The last round was probably the best round of the fight.
I think we've probably got a split decision here. I kind of just edged to Flanagan. You've got it. You've got it to Hooker. So a split decision would be absolutely no surprise here.
And when you have a lot of close rounds, judges could have it wider than what you think.
Yeah,
that's how we see it. People the judges might not think it was a close fight.
There's probably people sitting at home thinking, "What are you guys talking about?" As usual. Well, I think we're just about in a position now to get that result. Thomas Treiber is like a coiled spring. He's poised, and the result, here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and we have a split decision. Judge Dion Duarte scores it 115-113 in favor of Maurice Hooker. Judge Jerome Jakubko scores it 117 to 111 in favor of Terry Flanagan. And Judge Phil Edwards scores it 117 to 111 in favor of your winner, and now the WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker.
It was the split decision. There are boos around the Manchester Arena, but tears of joy from Maurice Hooker and huge celebrations from his camp. They thought and they feared that they were going to get sawn off there, that they were going to get on the wrong end of a decision. I think 117, 111 is so wide.
Well, either way, Flanagan and Hooker. But what you have with 117, 111 is sounds scandalous. But when you have a lot of close rounds, and the judges scored in each round as if it's a 12-round fight, so he forgets what he did the last round, so you could just edge one fighter for every round when they're close, when they're very, very close rounds, which gives it a bigger score on the card than maybe the fight looked like. So a close fight can be that wide.
Not a classic, certainly not. Fiercely competitive though, a fascinating clash of styles. Maurice Hooker, well, we said beforehand that he was fiercely committed and full of belief that they had underestimated him, that they'd made a big mistake. Well, now he has his moment of celebration. He's proved his point, and he's the new world champion, and the belt will be strapped around his waist. And there he is, taking the pictures, taking the congratulations, and one very, very happy boy.
We know that his camp really fancied him, and they had bookmakers in Manchester running for cover from the moment of their arrival. Steve, fine performance from both men tonight, but the quality of the sparring, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, that Hooker has been doing, is that the most telling factor compared to the level Terry Flanagan has fought at previously?
Yeah, and I also think that Hooker was a little bit better than